I see your face. But
Good morning. We're here at the Freetown Primary School with the Gift for Sight team. With me is the principal, Miss Atil, and the founder of the university, Mr. Howell. We're indeed happy to have this project in Freetown today. And on behalf of the Honorable Minister, Minister Daniel, who is unable to be here because of illness, I'll say thanks to the Sidewalk University for choosing Antigua to pilot this project, and also thank you for coming into our community, into his constituency, so that the children of the East can benefit. We have with us here this morning children from the Freetown Primary School, children from the Newfield Primary School, and children from the Bethesda Primary School. So I'll now ask the principal to say hello. Thank you for being here, and then Mr. Howell will tell you a little about his team.
Good morning. On behalf of myself, my staff right here at the Freetown Primary School, and all of the parents of the children who attend the school, I would like to say that I'm indeed very happy and grateful that the Sidewalk University has chosen Freetown Primary School, and maybe not us alone, but also the students of Bethesda and Newfield to benefit from this program. We do have issues with our children in terms of vision, and so we are very, very grateful that the university has made this the university has come here this morning, and so I just want to welcome them and to say thank you very, very much from all of us at Freetown, Bethesda, and Newfield. Thank you very kindly.
thank you very much. It's a privilege to be here. I'd like to thank the staff because today is our last day in Antigua. We leave tomorrow. I would like to thank Brian, Dr. Brian, Dr. Beth, nurse, Violet, nurse, Deborah, Chris, the optician who put the glasses together. And I would like to thank the head of our program, Laura. And they had a really, really, really good time helping the kids. And I'm happy that we at Freetown today and able to help these kids. I just want to thank everybody that helped us. And we're going to start today with this program here, and I really, really appreciate the hospitality here at Freetown and the principal and the ministry for having us in Antigua to do this work. Thank you very much.
Thanks once again. Thanks to all those persons who have made this trip possible, and for those persons who have made this stay as comfortable as it has been. Thank you.
glasses.
He's getting reading glasses. Yes, he is. Now you're going to make those drinks even more delicious. That's right.
And you can have a
And
few
I
more
will be
shades.
first in line. I don't think we can say that. Okay. Did you see? Okay. When Chris is done making you your reading glasses, don't like do it, but trust me, if you go get a pair and put them on, you're 1.00. You're 100. You're just a little bit. How have you been sitting with them? Pretty good. I can see it. You're starting to get headaches. You just look straight at your eyes from We get good things from our mom and dad, and sometimes things we'd rather not, but it's okay.
A decent one is like $39 American.
What time?
Machine, you know, well, you've done this before, obviously. You've been to the eye doctor. Come down just a little bit so your eyes are right smack in the middle. Eye? Okay.
I have a Samsung.
And we just have to ask these nice two young gentlemen to step that way, because she has to see the eye. Good. Now, does this make the words more clear?
Yes.
That did it. Okay, keep going.
Okay. T-E-P-V-L.
Yep. Try that next row under the red bar.
Blink.
Good. And the next row. And how about here? Any better or the same? Okay, now bar. Can you see those? What are they?
H-C-O-E.
Are they better? This first way, number one.
I'm just better. 607.
Yes, 670.
How about now, number three?
I don't have any glasses again.
Oh, that's important. Happy guess.
Number six. This one's a little better.
I was the one that told you to watch it.
And number seven.
Okay.
Or number
Because you can't.
eight. You start at the top and see how far down you read.
So everybody there wear glasses.
Feel comfortable?
Very comfortable.
And?
Everything.
Beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
Durham, you're welcome. You have a good day.
How are you feeling about getting new glasses? No, wait, let me get you. Go ahead. Well, I think it's a very great initiative. I would just like to thank the people for Gift for Sight for this initiative. This actually enables me to get a pair of new glasses, and I'm very thankful for this. Actually, I'm the bar manager here at Jolly Beach Resort and Spa. Well, I think it's a very great initiative. It enables me to now be a beneficiary of a pair of glasses.
About the program and the benefit to students, and I don't know if you've had any feedback from any of the students or any of the parents that you could comment on. Okay. Or do you want me to ask you the questions individually?
That would be good. That would be good.
Okay.
No problem.
All right, Mrs. Miller, you're a teacher at the Women's Primary. The Gift for Sight group has been to your school and has screened the children there. How do you feel about the program? How do you see it benefiting?
I hope you're not recording it. I only know it as a Sidewalk University. You mentioned the name just now, but I'm not familiar.
Okay, well, the program is Gift for Sight, but the group is Sidewalk University.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so how do you feel about the fact that they've been to your school and have screened the children, and what you see as the benefits to the students?
Well, first of all, I would like to say a very hearty thank you to the members of the Sidewalk University for coming to the Bowlands Primary School School and indeed given us the gift of sight. I must say that it has been a real welcomed initiative because as a teacher within the school, you have students and they are experiencing some difficulties, but you are not able to see what is actually taking place. Some students that we have taken for granted as having learning difficulties, know that they have the issue of sight, know these glasses, and they are extremely that now they can see better. So that it has indeed been beneficial to the students of the Bowlands Primary School.
Wanted to say, have you had any comments from the parents, or have you had any comments from any of the parents, or?
Well, I don't want to talk about the parents, but they're going to exit this.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You're close now? Johnny, you just come in there.
Added to that, I want to say how pleased the parents who have received assistance from the Sidewalk University are, knowing that eye care is not a cheap endeavor. So they are extremely grateful, and so too are the teachers, along with auxiliary workers on the compound, because they too have benefited from this great initiative. So once again, on behalf of the staff and pupils and other stakeholders at the Bowlands Primary School, we extend a hearty thank you to the members of the Sidewalk University.
It was good, man. Perfect, man. Don't worry, man. And I make you look bad,
She didn't tell me to put on my powder.
The face clean, man. You know, shine and everything. Just oily faces, everyone. You look good, but your face clean, man. Clean. Clean, don't worry.
You can always look at it and tell me when you speak.
Just basically to give us all your feelings on the Sidewalk University bringing the Gifts to Sight program to Jolly Beach, and what you see as the benefits to the individuals who they have seen.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank members of the Sidewalk University and also for the Ministry of Health for basically reaching out to Jolly Beach for assistance with this program. This evening, we had at least 57 of our staff who were screened, and we at least had 8 glasses that were given to them. This is a great program that they've put together, and we wish them every success as it continues.
Ready?
Joseph, basically, just basically how you find the Gift for Sight program from the Sidewalk University, how it's been going so far, what you see as the benefits to the students or the persons that they've seen and the nation as a whole.
Well, basically, I see it as a very good gesture, a humanitarian gesture, and I've been impressed by the work that they have been doing. They have seen 612 students at 3 schools, and they have distributed a number of glasses and made referrals to our private practitioners here. That's business for them as well, but it's beyond the business is the help that they're giving to the students. The story I got, which I found was very interesting, is one from the Green Bay Primary School, where there was a student that basically he was there making fun of all the other students that wear glasses in the class. And now that his eye was tested, his eye was worse than any of the students there in the school, and perhaps that is the reason why he was so disruptive in school, making problems, laughing, and when they recommended glasses for him, he adamantly refused to accept it. And that's the situation, but it tells us sometimes that students are in school, they're not performing well, but it's not because they are dumb or they're unable to comprehend what is being taught to them, but because they have a problem with the sight. And so we're happy that Sidewalk University did come and made this contribution to our communities. Tomorrow the journey to Freetown, where they'll see students from Bethesda, Freetown, and also from Newfield, and that will bring an end to it. But I don't think that we could put a value to the work that they are doing. I also wish to say, put in a word for Jolly Beach, who has been an excellent corporate citizen. They're hosting them free of cost here. Mr. Jeffers has gone way beyond the call of duty, and as the manager here, and also his the institution that he represents, to work along with the government to produce this program. As you know, we are cash-strapped today as a country. Everyone is having an economic challenge, and it is only through these kind of partnership, private-public partnership, whereby we can realize such good initiatives. And so we are grateful for the contribution that Jolly Beach has made to this initiative. Also want to say that the work that Andrea and Mr. Jeffers has put in has been commendable, and we look forward to working with them in the future to put on similar programs for the benefit of the people of Antigua and Barbuda. Once again, I want to say thanks to Sidewalk University and to Jolly Beach.
Okay, they were supposed to have chosen a pilot school. Do you know if they've chosen that pilot school? At this moment, I do believe they'll make that announcement before they leave, but until that time, I wouldn't want to preempt which school will be the pilot school. Yes. Is there any talk of the program happening again, maybe annually, or is this just a
I know definitely they'll be back, and they'll be going to Barbuda. On the weekend, they went over just for an excursion, just to view the place, to see what it's like. But definitely they'll be back next year, and they'll be looking at bringing a program, maybe not just the eye care program, but a complete program for Barbudans. And sometimes that's very good, because sometimes our sister island gets left out of the loop because we are separated by water. And so I'm very happy that they have decided to make Barbuda the next stop. Okay. Oh, forget you're not a
No, we need the choice. Been farsighted for, well, all your life, I guess, or for years. And, you came, you got your eye tested, and you received classes from the Sidewalk University. How appreciative you are. Just saying, but Sidewalk University, Gift for Sight. It's the group is Sidewalk University, but the program is called Gift for Sight. You know how better now you're seeing, you're so appreciative.
Good evening. Well, actually, I was invited to Jolly Beach by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Mr. Joseph. And since I was here, I decided to check my site, because I can see fairly well at a distance, but when I hold something close to me, I cannot see it so well. And so I decided to go and see exactly what it was about. In short time, I had an examination done. I recently went to my doctor, and he had told me that everything was fine, which everything still is. And they verified that, but they were able to give me a glass that would allow me to see close as well as by distance. And so I found the whole process very interesting.
Hi, this is Dr. Brian Rosenblatt, an eye care physician from Raritan, New Jersey, in the United States, and I'm a member of the Gift of Sight program, a program run with the Sidewalk University, which is a nonprofit organization out of Maplewood, New Jersey. President Conrad Andy Howell. Our goal here in Antigua was to come and visit a number of schools, as well as a healthcare facility, a clinic, and pretty much give full eye examinations to the children in the schools, in the primary schools. And at the healthcare clinic, our goal was to give full eye care examinations to whoever happens to be present at the healthcare clinic the day we were there. One of the things that I think really sets our program aside from other programs that have been involved in examining or in the eye care of the children here, as well as volunteers that have come from either internally within the country or who have come from Cuba or other areas, is that our program, we were prepared to prescribe and give glasses to the individuals who require the eye care. Our optician, Mr. Christopher Byer, manufactured eyewear as we examined the patients, and the patients who did require visual correction left with a pair of glasses. So again, I think that sets our program aside. The other way I really believe that our program has been a little bit different than others who have performed vision screenings is we are not doing vision screenings. We are doing full comprehensive eye examinations. This has allowed us to uncover many different types of disorders of the eye among the populations that we saw. In the 6th graders to the 8th graders that we saw in the primary, we're in kindergarten to 6th grade, I believe, is the primary schools here. We saw a lot of nearsighted children, but much less nearsighted children than we would find in the United States. We found a number of congenital cataracts in patients here who were born, in other words, with a cataract. In the older populations at the Grace Farm Health Clinic, we were able to identify a number of patients with age-related cataract, a significant number of patients who are glaucoma suspects, ocular hypertension patients, or glaucoma patients who just unfortunately chose, for whatever reason, either due to the difficulty they have obtaining medical care or due to financial constraints that they experience in fulfilling their prescription medications, were not following through with treatment of their glaucoma, and unfortunately I diagnosed 2 patients with end-stage glaucoma who unfortunately have gone blind. Other things that were rather evident in the 60 and older population was the significant degree of diabetics that I encountered and my team encountered. We would have to say probably a half to 2/3 of the patients in that age bracket were diabetics. Fortunately for these patients, most of them, we did not discover any new diabetic retinopathy or eye disease that hadn't been diagnosed before. However, in a few cases, we did see patients whose diabetic retinopathy did cause them to be blind. One of the things I certainly want to express is my gratitude to the people of Antigua and the way our team has been welcomed, the way people have gone out of their way to make us feel comfortable here in Antigua, as well as just the overall beauty of the country, something that we noticed. One of the things that makes a place that we visit more beautiful, not just the scenery, but the people within it. So once again, I thank you very much for having us here. I hope that we've been able to provide a service and that the citizens of Antigua have benefited from our presence. Thank you.
You were supposed to have done some training with teachers and nurses. Was that done? No? Since you're here doing all this, wouldn't you have been allowed to maybe take her to one of these, official doctors here that would have
weren't given that option, and we weren't told we could do that. Pretty much we were on our own. It was like we were out on an island, excuse the expression. And pardon me interruption.
I'm pretty sure you
Looking at bringing you back, but you come back next time, these are things that can be ironed out.
I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn here, but we would want, if we're coming to a place, we would want the red carpet to be rolled out. Hey, what can we do to need?
If you come in, you better bring your own life
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it is. Because if you don't have one,
Well, I guess, I don't know, I can't really speak for them.
Of course you can.
Of course you can. Expecting that you would have had your equipment and everything to come, but still, there are some areas where you probably would use assistance or more assistance would definitely, take the lead for because, as you said, you would see more people.
I don't think we could have seen many more people. 612 up till now, and in the 59 now. We have 2 doctors here, myself and my wife. I have a team, 2 nurses, a gentleman who makes glasses.
So what Mr. Howell was suggesting is if one of the other doctors that he had come on scene when you were doing your stuff, maybe
Yes, definitely.
just like he said,
because it would be of benefit to them too, because basically, I mean, there may be things that, acknowledge, or even as you say, you referred persons for certain
I think they viewed us,
been benefits.
I think it was just the opposite.
They got everything.
Yeah, I think they viewed us as intruders, and we were upset.
I think putting out basically to tell us, how you feel about the Sidewalk University and the Gift for Sight program that they visited the Portico and the benefits to the students that they have provided the eye screening and glasses for.
Well, we were very happy when the Sidewalk University came to our school. It was a very good opportunity to get our students tested. A lot of our students have vision problems and it keeps them back in their schoolwork. And we realized that, but the parents cannot afford to purchase eyeglasses. So we were very, very enthused about it and we were happy to welcome them. And anytime they want to come back, we're happy to welcome them again. My students were very happy to see the doctors, and I was also very happy to read the comments that they made, that they were very well behaved and polite, and that they were happy to be at our school. And the students, one parent, when I called him after and said, your daughter got her glasses, on the phone, he was like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So our parents are also appreciative of what happened today.
I could buy a printer. It would be the cartridges I wouldn't buy.
So you're back to your earphones.
Give all your children a hug from us. The ones that didn't, I hugged them. They were the best for the kids.
Well, And plus, like I said, you weren't outside, but the
Braided hair, but he wears it up in the hat.
He's right here.
To rock.
He's right here.
What about you?
We can start it from the beginning. Do you want
That's
me to
right
do?
there. The forgiveness section.
This was our trip to We wanted to show that we had a little bit of fun too and enjoyed your hospitality. Look at that handsome man up there.
I would smile.
Right. I don't know if you want that. I'm not so sure that was beneficial to you.
Remember, one of the things I thought of
It's better if you see from afar.
Here are your pictures.
Thank you, though.
You took them pics?
Deb.
I don't know, what should I have?
Nice meeting you. Huh?
Are you filming that?
Yeah. Okay, I'll pause.
Ask anything you
You
want.
want me to pause this lunch?
What's that?
You want me to pause this
No,
lunch?
it's not really.
It doesn't matter. We're doing it like
It's just based on the news.
hodgepodge.
Yeah.
And
That's what it is, some of it.
yeah, and you're gonna edit it out.
Can I run back again?
Yeah.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm not missing.
So just give us some of the good stories as you were.
Some of the human interest stories that go along with providing eye care to these lovely children of your island is there was a young man by the name of Devlin. And he actually was there to meet us when we arrived in the van. He helped us carry the equipment into the room. He wanted to help us set up. He went to his class, and later he did come through the line and did need a pair of glasses. When I put the glasses on the young man, he had this big smile on his face. We sent him on his way back to his classroom. And about 2 hours later, he appeared in the doorway with his father. And his father came down to personally thank us. And his father told us that Devin went back to his classroom, and the first time in his life he was interactive with the rest of the class with what was going on the chalkboard. And the teacher was so impressed with this that she called his father. And he came down to personally thank us. Devin was also there at the end to help us put our equipment in to leave. And there's many other stories like that.
One of the interesting things about that boy, though, was that he was 11 years old and only in the 3rd grade because he wasn't able to progress in class. And his teacher thought that now he was just going to flourish.
I just want to say, I think the children of Antigua are beautiful. They, for the most part, have all captured our hearts. And it was really, really fun to be part of an experience where we were giving them the chance to excel in school. Because if these children are in school listening but unable to see, it's going to be very hard for them to get promoted through the grades during their life. And we had a young lady today who actually came back to see the 3 of us and told us that we changed her life.
She specifically came back to see me, Chris, and Deb here, gave us a hug and said that this experience was life-changing. And I'll get a little choked up now. It gave me goosebumps when she said it, but the children are just beautiful. And the fact that we could come here and with so little of our time, 4 days, make such a difference in so many lives is really, it's life-changing for us as well as for these children.
Okay, that's good enough, I think.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
I'm simply here to give a...
Who is the liaison person on the ground? Please, let's get going.
Okay. Yeah.
Honorable Prime Minister, it's indeed a pleasure for me to be here working with the Sidewalk University Site for Gift for Sight team. I'm assisting Omaima David, who has instructed me to work on her behalf on the ground since she's unable to come. With me is the Honorable Senator Malika Parker in the Ministry of Health, Social Transformation and Consumers Affairs, P.S. Edson Joseph, Ministry of Health, yours truly, Brenda Thomas, Director of Community Development in the Ministry of Social Transformation, and our invited guest, our team, headed by Mr. Andy Howell, who is the founder of the Sidewalk University. Andy Howell. We also have Laura Gaines, who is the chairperson of the Gift for Sight.
So if you have any questions, come to me first.
Violet Potter, who is the advisory board member, and Violet is also an Antiguan. She's from Liberta. She's also a nurse. We have Deborah Solard. She's a nurse. Dr. Brian Rosenbart.
Close.
Okay. Eye care physician. Dr. Betts Rosenwald, eye care physician. Christopher Bayer, optician. Christopher. And there's one Gladwin. He got caught up in the weather. We're expecting to have him here on Saturday. This is the team of the Sidewalk University. I'll now hand you over to P.S. Joseph.
I'll do it. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Odlum. I sit here this afternoon on behalf of the Minister of Health. I have to extend apologies on his behalf. He had a last-minute emergency, and actually I was sitting in a meeting with him when he got that call, and so he asked me to sit in his stead. He, of course, wants to extend a hearty and warm welcome to you to Antigua and Barbuda, and I'm quite sure that you'll be able to see him within your 7-day stay. The Prime Minister will say a few words, but while I have the mic, I do want to say thank you in advance from our very brief discussion. I am very happy and proud that you've chosen Antigua as one of your first pilot projects for the Gift of Sight. Certainly we know the impact that such a program can have on our educational system and on the children whom you will benefit within your 7-day visit. So once again, thank you, and I hope I have the opportunity to see you before you leave so you can give me a full account of your trip. I hope it all goes well. And again, the Minister will try his best to interact with you on Monday. He will. Thank you.
Yes, well, let me, on behalf of the government and people of Antigua and Barbuda, extend a warm welcome to all of you to Antigua and Barbuda. This is a humanitarian mission, as I would want to describe it, and as such, I want to extend greatest thanks to all the persons who are associated with this. Of course, Dr. Howell and his group. Sidewalk University is not totally unfamiliar to Antigua. You've been here before, you've done some work in the past, so this is a sort of continuation or an advance on what may have happened in the past, and the particular area is such a critical area, very important for us because sight is critical. I mean, especially when you're dealing with that among the young people. So I just want to let you know how much we appreciate the effort that you're making in this direction and how supportive we are as a government with this program. And we look forward to your stay here over those 7 days to be very productive and beneficial. And I know that for you, it's a question of genuinely working with us to do something positive in the lives of individuals who will be impacted by whatever you're doing. I know, Dr. Howell, that you have been very much involved in coordinating a number of things through Sidewalk University, for Antigua and Barbuda, and I just want to state how much we appreciate at least the fact that you're giving some degree of recognition or giving something back to Antigua and Barbuda, and you've found a way to do it in such a marvelous way, and to have been able to pull together these wonderful individuals, because I did receive correspondence outlining what you were seeking to do here and how you were going to go about it, and I thought that was extremely wonderful. I want to thank all of you for volunteering to be here and for working on this project together. As my colleague mentioned, I hope that although I'm traveling, I leave tomorrow, I'll be out for a couple of days, I hope that I will return to Antigua before, yes, I should think so, before you leave, so that at least we'll be able to see one another again, and I'll get a full appreciation of what you have been able to accomplish here over that period. So once again, thank you. Great pleasure having you, and I'm quite sure that you will find, if some of you may be coming here for the first time, I don't know, is that so? Right, that makes the welcome even more interesting. Even more interesting. So we're going to make sure that you're going to want to come again and come again. Yes, yes. So you have to make some work with some pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very careful.
Madam Chairlady and Dr.
We're going to have Dr. Bryan say some words and Laura Gaines, and then after that I'll say some words.
Well, Prime Minister, on behalf of Sidewalk University and the team that we were able to put together, we appreciate you taking the time to meet with us today and welcoming us as we embark on our endeavor to provide eye care to populations here in Antigua and maybe possibly Barbudan residents as well. I just want to thank the people on the team who gave up their time and came. You know, last week our area suffered a devastating weather event, and people really, I'm sure, possibly would have liked to have been home at this moment, but we committed to coming here, and it also got us away from that 29-degree weather that we were exposed to. Again, I thank you for having us here, and we look forward to providing the services that we came here to do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Laura Gaines, chairperson, as you call me. We've been trying to put this program together for a little bit over a year now. I think Andy came to me, well, I came to Andy and said, I think it's time I volunteer, and he says, okay, you're going to put the eyeglass program together. So I said, okay. And then he met Brian at a track meet or something like that. and I used to play softball with Andy, so we really have a sports connection, not so much an eyeglass connection. We appreciate your hospitality. Thank you very much for having us. We hope we can do as much good as you think we can. We will try to be very efficient in our really 4 days that we're here. And we hope that the students benefit from this, because the sight of vision is nothing like it. I used to work when I was, maybe work's not the right word, when I was in junior high school, which was 7 through 9 grades, I worked with a blind group of children. And it was very enlightening to me to learn how even if you're blind, you can get along in life. However, it's much easier to get along in life if you're not blind. So this is our pilot program. We'll be writing up our procedures. We hope that we call this learning to fish, not feeding the fish. And we hope that this program turns into a reproducible event so that we're able to go out and help more people in different areas. So thank you very much. Okay, Andy, you're up.
PM, member of the government and team, I'm very, very, very happy that you guys came out and volunteer. From the bottom of my heart, the work that you're getting ready to do and the people we're getting ready to help, it's nothing like that. When I was in college, I had an experience where I was a math tutor, and they told me that the person that I was going to tutor is blind. So I said, why would somebody blind need a math teacher, a math tutor? And he came to the first session, and from that session, I read him the question, and he did all the tell me how to do all the problems. I says, you don't need a tutor. He says, yes, I do, because I don't need a tutor to tell me how to do the problem or how the problem work. I need somebody that when I take the test and I tell them what to write, they understand what I tell them to write. So what happened is, if this person had sight, or I don't know why he went blind, right? But if we could prevent people from being blind, they could take their own test. So this venture is very, very important, and I'm very, very happy that the PM and the government support Sidewalk University on this project and partner with us. And also Jolly Beach really reached out and said, you know, that project is important. Whatever you guys need, come down to Jolly Beach, we'll put you up. The government came out and says, look, we'll take you around, we'll make sure we open the schools, and we appreciate that. Thank you very much.
It's the Mutual Admiration Society.
Could we get a sort of...
Okay.
Before we get up, though.
Yeah, just before we get up, I know...
So that it's captured for the media.
I know Andy expressed his appreciation to Jolly Beach, but on behalf of the government and the Ministry of Health, we want to say special thanks to Jolly Beach for the effort. Actually, they are part of the coordination as well, even though Andrea is not here today. She's actively a part to ensure that you will arrive and that everything will be in place when you get here, and that you will be comfortable. And I'm sure that more than the work that you're going to do, you will enjoy the stay at Jolly Beach, and we want to express real, extremely heartfelt thanks on behalf of the government of Antigua to Jolly Beach for being such a supportive corporate citizen.
It has been suggested that at least we should capture, for media purposes, the schedule so that interested persons who are listening can have an idea of how packed your 4 days will be and how much work you'll do. So I'll have Ms. Odlum run down the schedule very quickly so it can be captured.
Thank you, Senator Parker. In the morning, they will be at AUA. We will be having Good Morning Antigua and Barbuda at 7:45, and the representative from Jolly Beach will be there as part of the panel.
Thursday morning.
Thursday morning, 7:45 a.m. Then after that Good Morning Antigua program, they'll be at the Bowlands Primary School. The eye examination starts from 9 to 12. From 2:30 to 4, there'll be an island tour. Then on Friday, they will be at the Grace Farm Clinic. The eye examination will be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. In the afternoon, in the evening at 7, we're trying to work out. This has not been finalized, but we are working